Okay, guys, welcome to the next episode of Ranger Records. Could you guys introduce yourself real quick for the camera?
I'm Sofia, and I'm the Stars Colonel.
I'm Nicole, and I'm the first vice president.
I'm Sarah, and I'm one of your co-presidents.
I'm Nikki, and I'm your other co-president.
You're the first vice president?
Yeah.
Like first in the history of...
No, that's just the position is called first VP because then there's a second VP.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, for like a lower grade level?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, so what do you guys do like for your positions?
Do you want me to go first? Okay, so I help run practice. I come up with choreography. Essentially, what I'm supposed to be there for is to help be like a second hand to my directors. So if they ever need me to like relay something or do something for them, like I'm the one that like helps give it to the team, or like if we're ever like struggling or something with like counts or something, I'll go home, I'll work it out, or I'll try and find kinks between anything. But really, I'm just there to help work with our directors, get everything conveyed to our team.
And then like presidents and VPs, like the three of us are social officers, so like we're more about like the social aspect and like building relationships. So like she focuses more on like the actual dancing part, and then we're just there for like the girls as like the moral compass kind of.
Really?
Yeah.
So she's like kind of doing the bulk of the...
Yeah. If we're getting technical, like I'm more on like the dance side, so anything that's related to your body moving, I do, and they're more like to help like keep our team like bonding together and like keep morale up.
Make it actually like a team, basically.
Yeah.
So you create the choreography for the dances?
I do the dance officers, so there's me and then there's 4 other juniors that help me. We're like a small little dance officer line. We do the choreography for all football season, and then when we start our competitive season, we do these things called like small ensembles. So we each get like our own and we get to choreograph those. And then the rest of the season, as far as team dances go, we have like choreographers come in and they do those for us.
Okay. So what is it like kind of choreographing your own dance? How do you do it? How do you make up the moves?
Personally, I just like to listen to the song and just feel it out what comes to mind. It sounds like really cheesy. Like, you know how like when you start like dancing to like a random song in the car, that's kind of like what it's like. But like dancers have like a different, like your brain works slightly differently once you've been dancing for a while, and your body comes up with like different types of movement that you think would work best on like dancers. You have like 4 dancers in your head that do things, and you try and translate it onto the other girls in front of you. But I like it a lot. I think it's pretty fun. It's a fun way to express yourselves, and like when we're learning dances a lot of the time, like it's a really funny process, I would say. Like most of the time, not gonna lie to you, like a lot of the time we get off sidetracked. Yeah. But it's like really fun to learn everything and like get to see it put all together.
And it comes like experience too?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been dancing?
I started when I was 4, so that's about like
Really?
13 years now.
With like traditional dance and stuff?
Yeah, it started with
Yeah.
traditional, and then I got more into like Western when I got into middle school. So yeah.
I started when I was 5.
I started dancing when I was like 10 or 11, but I didn't start taking it seriously until I got to high school.
Okay.
I started dancing with like my studio when I was 4.
So you guys like started with like Western or like American type dance. How was that for you transitioning from, because I know it's so different, right?
It's very different, yeah. And so like most of what I do on like Stars and what I started in middle school is like completely self-taught. So I guess it's kind of like helped me get more used to like learning by observing instead of like I can watch what someone does and then I have to like kind of pick it up that way, because like with being on a team with people that have like started doing this style like from the very beginning of like their dance journey, it's like they kind of already get like the technical part of it, right? So it's like I kind of have to do that part on my own by like observing, and like I guess that's also why like we do like technique sessions also, because I'm not like the only person that's like, you know, on my team that started with like classical training, like Indian classical or whatever. So we have like technique sessions that like the dance officers do that kind of help with like improving the technical side of it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I can kind of like second that. Like coming onto the team, like I'm not like a naturally like good dancer. Most of like my dancing, I just did it, you know, like just for fun. And so when I came here and like it was like very serious, like I had taught myself a lot of things like at home, but like I kind of taught myself wrong because like I didn't really know what I was doing. So like the officers were so good at like helping me learn like all the skills, like help me like not just do them, but also like do them right, which was just really helpful, like kind of coming in not knowing that much. And I think a lot of people get intimidated like trying out for the team because it's like, oh well, I don't know how to do these skills, like I don't feel like I'm like perfected this yet. Like you don't have to, because the team is a place where we can learn kind of how to dance and like how to perform.
Wait, that's so facts. Because like even though I was trained like earlier on with like I had more of a technical background in the styles that we do, drill is very different from like studio, and Sarah and I were both trained. We have ballet training behind us, and it's very different. Although it's like there's some similarities. Like I never knew what like a pom pom was until I hit like 8th grade. Like I didn't even know that was like a style of dance, or like I didn't know like what a clean is. Like where it's literally where you just like stand with your arms at your side. But like I didn't even know what that was until I started freshman year. So. A little bit of a culture shock.
It is like embarrassing trying to learn, right? Like you mentioned how it's kind of like I kind of understand what that means. I was kind of a dancer myself back in when I was
Yes.
younger. Yeah, so I was kind of a dancer myself back in the day, but it was too embarrassing. I had to eventually.
Why'd you stop?
Because it's so like, I mean, it was fun for sure. It was fun, but it's also, you know, not very seen like as a masculine type thing. Not to be like immature.
Wait,
Yeah,
that's
no,
real.
we totally get
That's
that.
real.
And like we kind of saw it with like Cuties, like our annual show that
gosh,
we do.
yeah.
It's like it's really like hard for like some boys to transition into that. It's like not very seen as like a masculine
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
thing,
Yeah,
so.
I remember a lot of them were like really nervous going into cuties because they were like, this is a girly thing, which is like
Wait,
understandable
yeah.
because it's not like a male dominated type of like.
Yeah.
Right,
There's
right.
very rare
Art.
like male dancers that you see like.
But do y'all feel like embarrassed to go out in front of big stages? Like I know you guys perform at the halftime show, right?
Yeah.
It's a big crowd. What is that like?
I mean, personally, like I really enjoy it just because like I've always really loved like performing and like being on a stage. Like I get more nervous if I were to just dance for like 1 or 2 people versus like a big audience. Like that doesn't
Yeah,
really
that
intimidate
makes
me.
sense.
That is true. Also, like, going off like the stage fright thing, I don't think it's like embarrassing because like I feel like we wouldn't be on the team if we're not like
Right.
cool with performing. And I think for people that like start young, it's like that stage fright kind of like goes away after you get used to performing like a lot. Like for us, especially like seniors, we've been doing this in sophomore year, so it's like it doesn't like feel as like nerve-wracking for like me at least. I don't.
Well, on the contrary, every time I am about to perform, I feel like I'm going to pee my pants.
Really?
Yeah, I get really nervous because like I feel like it's not that I don't feel prepared, but like definitely a lot of time when I start dancing, like I forget what I'm doing and like muscle memory kicks in, which is really nice. But like there's so many things that you just start to think about like right before, and like a lot of times, like especially like example like football, we'll be like on the sidelines and I'll be like, I don't even know what routine I'm doing today. Like I won't fully like comprehend what's happening until like it's going on. But I have fun. It's fun.
Well, yeah, shout out Lauren, we love you.
Yeah, Lauren,
We love all our
manager
BFFs.
ever.
Lauren, Isabel.
Yeah, she's so
Michael,
cool. She's so
Michael.
Shiza.
Oh my God, Michael.
Muscles Mike.
Muscles Mike. We call him Muscles Mike because he's like our one like boys manager,
Yeah.
and he's kind of like the muscle behind everything.
Like he literally does all the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Because like especially other than like
this is the perfect time to bring up
Bring
the
up
rat story.
the rat. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we're having like a normal day in like practice. It's like
Yeah, you
technique.
know, we're doing some technique.
We're all on like the side of the room learning the new combination, and then we hear like the loudest scream come from the office. Okay.
Okay.
And we're just like, what happened?
And
right?
it's like a continuous scream. Like we're giving like corrections as like techniques going on.
It was so funny. Like she just started screaming. One of our directors, was it Miss Mitchell? Yeah, because it was Miss Mitchell because she went into the office and Miss Barth was in the social corner, and she starts like standing up on a chair, and that's when we realized like the rat like fell through the roof.
Oh,
The thing is,
what?
like, wait, because the thing is, they had been leaving, like, there's, like, obviously they keep, like, food in the office, like, there's a microwave in there, and at the time, Cuties had just ended, so that we had, like, leftover concessions, and they left, like, a little snack there, and they were like, oh, this is gone, like, they realized, like, someone had been taking food, and then they discovered it was a rat.
Yeah, so we have like a little team, like Stars team mascot rat. We named him Ralph.
Yeah.
He kind of fell through the roof that
Isn't there
day.
a book with where the rat is named Ralph?
There probably is
Or like a
somewhere.
mouse? Okay, maybe not. I don't know. All right, continue.
Wait, yeah. So the rat fell through the roof, and we hear like this horrified scream, And yeah, that was just kind of like a really funny moment because the rest of practice, like nobody was like
Like,
paying attention.
literally
We were like
couldn't focus 'cause we
concerned.
were so paranoid
So
that
where did the rat go?
we
We don't
literally
know.
don't know. Wait, did they catch it?
No, I don't know.
To this
but
day?
I actually don't know.
Wait.
But like they called in Muscles Mike, and Mike went in to like try and find the rat. Lauren was in there too.
Yeah.
Like,
And this wasn't the first time, right?
Yeah,
No,
found a
last
rat.
year
Yeah, there was a rat
too.
last
Oh my
year.
God, what?
But like, it's okay. It's all right. We vibe.
So you still haven't found the rats like to this day?
I actually don't know.
It's just roaming.
Maybe like a
Maybe
custodian
he's not
guy.
alive anymore. I
Yeah.
mean,
You can start up mouse traps
R.I.P.
maybe,
Oh.
Right.
or just let them live. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
scary.
It keeps our practices interesting.
Yeah.
You never know when one's gonna
We have a
pop
couple
out.
mascots actually. We have a new one.
Like unofficial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
unofficial.
Oh, yeah, this is just
This,
like an
this is
inside
not
joke.
affiliated with Clements High School. Her name is Bertha. She's a bell pepper. We just got back from our
Team trip.
at San Antonio. But we took a day and we went to Six Flags. And one of the girls, Caitlin, shout out Caitlin, decided it'd be a good idea for her to go play like the little carnival games. And this girl, like, she spent so much time playing all these games, and she won a bell pepper, like a massive. It's like a
Giant
7-foot
yellow
bell pepper,
bell pepper.
and it's like it has a really animated face, like it's massive.
So the Bertha in our dance room is actually not the original Bertha.
Yeah.
It was a tragic story. So I was waiting. I was like waiting because I was too scared to go on this roller coaster. And Caitlin comes crying to me, and she's like, "I need to go change this bell pepper out. Like, there's a massive hole in it, and like the air is just coming out, and like."
Because
I
mind you,
kid
they're not stuffed. It's inflated
Oh, yeah,
with
no.
air. It's like a balloon. It'll
Oh, it's a
pop.
fake bell pepper.
It's fake. Like,
did you think it was a real
Well, I thought it was like a real bell pepper.
Yeah, no.
Like one of them green.
It has a little
said it was
face.
7
It has like eyes and a mouth.
yeah.
But yeah, she was really sad. So she, I kid you not, she goes back to the like little stand and she like begs like on her hands and knees for him to switch this bell pepper out. And like tears were shed, but in the end, like we got a new Bertha. So
Yeah.
she sits on like right above like
The speaker.
and she kind of just watches us dance. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes the first day it hung up, I like walked in and I got scared because I didn't realize. Like it's massive. Like
It's
you
actually
won't,
kinda
like you'll
scary.
turn and you'll be like, oh my gosh, like hello.
Yeah. It's just like a big yellow thing.
At Six Flags. You
Yeah.
guys went to Disney too, right?
Yeah.
Last year.
Last year.
Why?
So we had the opportunity to dance in the Disney parades, like
Oh,
in Magic
no
Kingdom.
way.
You know how like Mickey Mouse and stuff, they walk down like the little like Main Street and like the
Yeah, I
little-
went a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we and like a bunch of other dance teams across the U.S. We got together and we learned a little like parade routine, and we walked around Disney World. It was so cute.
It was really sweet because like this is like little kids like vacation. They're always gonna remember like seeing a bunch of girls like, dancing.
as I was
like it
walking through
made
like
their
the
day.
street, like I saw like a bunch of kids like looking up at us with like these big eyes, and they were like so like amazed, and it was such like
It was one of the best experiences
Yeah.
ever because like
Wow,
it was
that's so
definitely a big
cool.
team bonding thing, but like it was so fun like getting to do that because it's so hard to be able to do those types of things. Also, like if you were to try and do it on your own, it'd be like really really difficult.
Yeah,
So
I
was,
think
like,
it was definitely
it was
like a once
definitely a
in a
surreal
lifetime.
moment like to like be able to do that, especially like because like I don't know about y'all, but like I grew up watching Disney, like all the movies, all like the Disney Channel shows, like I grew up watching that, so like knowing that like I walked the same path.
Exactly.
How were y'all picked? Like, how did they decide you could come?
Actually,
So honestly, we really don't know how we got picked. I think
as far as I know, I think we were recommended.
yeah,
And
I
then,
think
like-
it's that.
We recommended the company, and then I think they reached out,
They
and they
reached
were like,
out, but we were surprised. Like, we were told at the end of our like me and Sophia. Oh wait, and
me,
Nicole.
yeah.
Wait, yeah, Sarah's the only junior here. Me, Sarah. Sorry, me, Sophia, and Nicole were told at the end of our sophomore.
It was the end of Sarah's freshman year. Like it was the whole team then. Cause
"Oh, well, no, we were told earlier.
Wait,
I was told
you
earlier.
were told.
you were told earlier.
I was told earlier.
We were told at the same time at the end of like our first year.
I found out on like that. I don't know if y'all remember like the little science extra credit fairs thing, and like that one day that like everyone piled into Clements because
Oh, yeah.
we had
Oh,
this
yeah.
crazy
Yeah,
extra credits.
it was
Oh,
that
yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
just found out a couple of days before that, and our team found out
Found
that
out
day,
that
and I had to
day.
keep my mouth shut. Like I couldn't say anything to team because they were like, "Don't say anything." Like we want to surprise them with because like we got surprised with like they put it in a box, like they called us into a meeting, in the library, like just like the 7 of us. So it was me and at the time like the seniors, and they called us in and they like had us open this box and we got Mickey Mouse ears, and that's how we found out we were going. But we found out a little bit before they, like the rest of our team found out. And I think that was literally one of the hardest secrets I had to keep because my sister, shout out man, is also on the team and I live
Okay.
with her. So like I couldn't
Yeah.
say anything because I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to ruin it for her. But like it was really exciting when everybody found out.
Yeah, it was like very like. We found out we were going to Disney, but then I think we found out about the parade like
A little
later.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
So your coaches got you a whole present box.
Yeah, they got us
Surprise.
these little
They got us
Mickey
Mickey
ears.
ears.
That's so cool.
And they had
Yeah.
little stars on them. They were so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I think like shout out also our booster moms. Like,
Oh,
our booster
absolutely.
moms,
Booster
like,
moms
our
so
director
much.
We have
and
like
our booster club.
a board. It's a board of moms, and we have like a president, vice president, treasurer, and they like plan all these cute little things out for us. And there's the ones that like, as well as our directors, but they help us like do all like the little fun things and like our little
Right,
socials
right.
and plan and like go on these trips. They're really nice.
Like
They're cute.
Hoco week, we got like a little surprise like, at the end of practice every single day of Hoco week. So it's like
Yeah,
they
it's-
do a
it-
lot for
yeah.
us throughout the year.
It gives us something to look forward to, definitely. Fun fact, guys. So when we went to San Antonio, our directors decided to print out a photo of Mr. Bird. Hopefully when this is released, the all staff email has already been sent. But basically they made a flat Stanley of Mr. Bird in like black and white. And we took him and like they took him everywhere with us because we didn't have an administrator going with us on this trip because like there wasn't enough of us to where like we needed to come.
So it just took
So
a,
we took
a
him
Mr. Bird.
and, like
around
like
with
on a
us.
roller coaster, like it was Bird or like
like as a joke, satirical.
yeah. Like when we were eating, it was like Mr. Bird was like eating with us. Like while we were there, it was really funny. Anyway,
Yeah. So, anyways, talk about your coaches. They seem
directors.
they seem really nice.
They are. They're
The coaches.
they're really sweet.
Yeah,
they're
I-
really funny.
They're super
They're gonna
funny.
be watching this too. Thank you for
Yeah.
watching.
Yes, shout
Shout
out
out
to Miss
to
Barth and Miss
directors.
Mitchell. Hey y'all.
I think we're really lucky in the sense that I feel like our team, they make it very easy to like talk to them and like be like friends with them and like obviously like we're like there's like that director and like
Right,
dancer
right.
relationship, but it's also like very easy to like go to them about something, and so like I feel like we're lucky in that sense that like we can like
Yeah.
actually communicate with our directors.
They make it very adamant. Like mental health is like a really big thing for them. Like I think it's a really great thing, especially in the like dynamic of the school that we go to, especially like finals, midterms, all this stuff. Like it's really hard because especially for the freshmen, sophomores who are like still experiencing all this for the first time, they're
Yeah.
very like, you know, you are student first before you're on our team.
Yeah.
And so they make it really easy for us to be like, hey, like we're having a rough day, like we just need some grace. And they're really great about like being kind about that, and just giving us space if we need it. And they're always there to like help us talk through things, and yeah, they're great.
Yeah, and they never like push us too hard when it comes to like, let's say someone's hurt or like someone, you know, isn't feeling well. Like they're totally okay if we can like, you know, sit to the side for a day during practice or like until we're healed, because they don't want us to like, you know, push ourselves to where like we can't dance anymore, because they understand like how strenuous like our rehearsals can be, and they would never make us like go beyond like what our limits are.
Yeah, and like they were dancers too. Like like obviously like we're dancers now, but like when they were in high school, like in college, like they danced.
Yeah.
Miss Barth actually went to Dulles High School.
Yeah, she went to
she
Dulles
was a
High School.
former Dulles doll.
Was she the one that presented the dance last week, or was it 2 days ago?
The dance
the
one
dance
showcase.
Yeah, the dance one showcase.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you participate?
No, I just watched.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was really good. Like,
I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
how long have they been practicing for that?
Only a week
Only
and
a
a
week.
half.
They learned
That's
like
good.
the
They,
choreography.
yeah, they
like-
taught it to all of their dance one classes in like
Wow,
a
that's
week
actually
and a
so
half.
good.
Which when
A
you
lot of
think
hidden
about
talent.
it, it's like so much work because like there's like what 30-40 people in like each dance
Yeah.
one class, and like having to like coordinate that many people all together, it's like so like it's like a lot of work.
Yeah, especially because most of them have just literally never danced until they got into like
Dance one.
dance
A lot
one.
of them
So
just
it's like
join as a joke to get their fine arts credit, right?
Yeah.
that's what a lot of the people do. They're like it's really easy fine arts credit, but I feel like sometimes like they don't realize like they're actually gonna have to like
Yeah.
dance.
But I'm sure they ended up liking it. That was
Yeah.
good performance.
My personal favorite moment was seeing a Rob in his
And the frog thing?
Lorenzo's
Oh my
frog
That was so
costume.
Yeah,
unexpected.
he pulled up like they put him in like this huge frog costume. It's actually Lorenda's like frog costume. She's on Stars.
Okay.
And they like borrowed it, and so fifth period's like dance showcase, it's all of them in like their Christmas wear, and then there's like one giant frog in like the middle. So it was funny.
Yeah, it was really funny. He was blown up, but it looked good, and like it was really crazy because they like when you dance in formations, right? But you can't set those unless you're in a really large space. And our dance room doesn't necessarily accommodate like 50 people
Right.
in like one room. So it's set the forms the day of. And I literally remember watching
Yeah,
the first
she
time and I was like,
mentioned that.
that's pretty, like it looks pretty fire. Like I was like,
Yeah,
it
that
looks
was
good.
actually really good. They're all in sync.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I have a question.
Okay.
You know how like there's like that whole controversy of like, is dance considered a sport or a fine
what are
art?
your opinions?
What is your opinion on that? Like,
I was just about to ask about that because you were talking about how it's strenuous, right?
Yeah.
So, do you guys compete?
oh yeah,
Yes.
we
We have a
have
very
a
long
football
competitive
season
season.
and we have a competition season. So fall was our football season, and then now we're transitioning from football to contest, and so we start competing February. So yeah.
Some girls have already started. Like,
Oh, yeah.
some of our girls competed this past weekend, and it's like our contests are really long. We literally wake up at like 4:45 in the
The
morning.
earliest I've woken up for a contest is like
3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
to
and you have
start
to-
doing my makeup.
Yeah, you do like your hair, your makeup, and then like you get on the bus, you get to like where you're competing, and the entire day is filled with like dancing.
gotten back at like 12 a.m. like back to
Yeah,
school,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you go home and then shower. and
Because
then,
like you compete, and then after you've competed everything, we compete a lot. Like we have our 3 team dances, dance officers compete, like then solos, duos, ensembles. So it's a long day of dancing. And like keep in mind, like you're only doing these dances like maybe once. But I think it's more like the adrenaline that like really helps you get through. Because I think if I didn't have that, I would actually like not make it through like our contest days because they're so long.
Yeah.
So I guess it is a sport, right? Like, do y'all think cheer is a sport?
Oh yeah,
Yes, for
absolutely.
Wait, why? Like, not that it isn't, just out of curiosity.
Because they have to like condition and like they have to work out their bodies, like because I mean most of my friends are like in cheer, and so they all like have to run, they have to like do all these like workouts like over the summer and like over the breaks, and like it's tough.
Like it's physically straining on your body.
Yeah.
So like
they're standing on
And like
people.
they stunt a lot too, and like you like not only do they have to like do all that, but they also have to scream at the same time, like with like everything in their being. Like they have to use like the diaphragm type screaming.
okay.
So it's like I personally would never be able to do that. Like I think I'd pass out before.
Like, have you ever like done conditioning and then try to sing at the same time, and it's like you can't sing because you're out of breath?
yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's like that.
I think it is. I think it's giving very much like you know how like artists prepare for their concerts by like running on the treadmill and singing their songs.
Right.
Like I feel like
I
it
didn't know
gives
that,
like
but that's actually
really-
pretty interesting.
Oh, fun fact. I feel like they definitely have to have a lot of endurance and stamina to get through what they get through. Shout out cheer, we love you.
And they're doing all those flips too. That's
I
insane.
know.
right?
A lot of the time, like we're holding. I feel like I don't know about y'all, but like I hold my breath. I'm like, oh my god, please don't fall.
Yeah. What if they fall and they break something? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
And they're
good at
also
what they do.
getting to go to Disney. They did really well this season, and they're getting to go. So.
for the same thing that y'all went.
Oh
no.
no, they're
going
doing
for-
the
they're not
parade.
doing
They're
the
doing like a
parade.
separate competition like in Florida, so they'll still get to like
Oh,
go to the
okay,
parks
okay.
and everything. But I don't think they're doing anything directly like at Disney that's like cheer related.
Yeah. We're good friends with them.
So would y'all say football season is better or the competition season?
So we actually have 3 seasons.
Oh, 3.
Yeah. Our sport goes, we go from fall all the way to spring. We don't until end of April. So first part is football. Then we have contests. And then after that, we have something that's called spring show season.
It's like what, like a month
It's like a month.
Yeah.
of like learning a bunch of new dances and like
And those are the ones we perform at like as like an end of the year recital type of thing. Like it's what we show like everything we competed in, and then like we get to do like little class dances and like that type of thing. It's really cutie. But I don't know, what are y'all's favorites?
I personally love football season just because it makes me feel so like united with the school, because it's like all the different groups are coming together to like put on, even though I know a football game is not a performance, like it is kind of a performance because like the band, the cheer, dance, run through football, like we all just come together to put on this like performance for like the whole school, like the whole community. Like people come to these games just to show support like for these students that are all like working so hard, and I think it's just so fun, and it's helped me like, you know, feel really connected to my classmates, my friends, and I just love it.
go.
I actually really like spring show season because I feel like it's like the prime time where the team's like bonding, because I feel like everyone's starting to realize like, oh, the seniors are leaving, like the new year is coming, and you know there's gonna be new people on the team, and so I just feel like we really like try to stick together. And
Yeah. Spring show is always a really emotional season because we have our sweet like before every show we have like a little circle up moment and like all this. It's like our version of like before we do our banquet stuff. Like we have like seniors talk about like their experience on the team the past couple of years, and it's always a really emotional like day. But personally, I mean, I love contests. It's stressful, but I love it. But my favorite one has got to be football. I rock with football.
I also really like football season, and like being a senior this year and like going through football season, it was kind of like a countdown. And when we got to senior game, it was just like so sad.
That was the best game of my life.
I was the only one that cried at football season last game. Like I was actually crying. It was so sad. Like,
wait, that was the best game ever. We did the cha-cha slide with band and guard, and like band. I don't know if y'all knew this, but band plays our songs when we're like dancing on the field. So it's not like coming from recording; it's live.
Okay.
So like our last game, it was like a morning game. Like, and we like obviously we did like our halftime like usual, but then we did like the cha-cha slide with everyone, and it was so fun. Like our parents were on the field with us, and like it was really cutie. That's definitely something I remember. We definitely have a little question for you.
Okay.
We're wondering if you want to make like a little TikTok.
can we teach you a TikTok?
If we could teach you a TikTok.
Okay, yeah, for sure. After we're done.
okay,
If we have time, I don't know. She was kind of like telling us to leave soon, so.
Oh no, I think that's fine. We can like stop talking in like 5 minutes and do it.
All right, thank you guys for coming on the podcast. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
If there's one thing that you could leave this podcast with, what would it be?
My piece of advice is YOLO. You only live once.
Oh, like building off of that, I agree. Like, if you really think about it, like none of these people are real. Like everyone here is not real. Like, so if you want to dab, if you want to cosplay, if you want to become an ASMR, if you want to be a furry,
What I'm gonna leave this podcast with is Sarah cosplaying. So
I feel like you should.
there we go.
I was going to say something about dance. I was going to say if you want to join the dance team and you're scared, just do it. But now I feel like I need to say something sillier, but I can't think of anything.
Wait, like on a real note, if you're like I feel like a freshman, sophomore watching this and you've like always wanted to do dance and you just like too
or
scared,
a junior.
do
even
it.
If you're a senior.
Or a junior. Like we have a rookie senior. She's having the time of her
she's
life.
so
like
cute.
She's eating.
We love her.
this team is like really fun. So if you're like thinking about doing it, you should do it.
Or even like be a manager if like you really
Oh my
don't
gosh,
think
shout
you
out to
wanna
our
dance.
managers.
Yes,
I
our
don't know if we said that
managers are
earlier.
amazing. We shout them out. They're
Talk to
great.
Lauren.
We love stars. 1, 4, 3.
1, 4, 3.
So we're gonna leave it off.
We're gonna leave it off. If you have a question about 143,
It's just I love
comment down below. Comment down below.
What is that?
subscribe. That's what. There. Stars say 143. Ranger Records. Please like, share, and subscribe.
That's right.
Thank you. All right.